Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and this is video number 2. Very rare for me. Yeah, sometimes I would like to make 2 videos. I don't know how some people do it. I do. It's just I can just barely keep up with the one a day. Yeah, there's just so much. You know what my biggest problem is? Is that I start researching and then I find a bunch of stuff and I get so into the research and into uh, looking deeper and deeper and deeper. I don't draw the line in the sand to say, okay, this is enough, and then record. I just keep going and going down the rabbit hole. But this one has a little bit more information in terms of Ashish Burla, who is speaking today to CoinDesk, and he did so in an interview for like 9 minutes. And I just took 2 portions out for the first video, and there's one more portion I want to play for you. So that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. And then there are some breaking news that actually is related to what he talked about that just came out today. So in the last video too, one of the biggest responses I'm getting in the comment section is that people are feeling very disappointed that he said that this is a 20-year project to build the ecosystem and that we're only 10 years into that 20 years. And I'm not so surprised, I guess, because as Brad Garlinghouse said, they're really trying to build the Amazon of the fintech world. And you don't build an Amazon in a couple of years. And also too, from reading the comments, and like I read everything. A lot of people feel like they were misled, and I'm trying to think why that would be, and maybe it's because there's been so many. I don't want to call them moon boys, but they're the boom boys and the moon boys that talk about price all the time, how it's just gonna, the flipping of the switch, or that the price is gonna go sky high in the next week. And yeah, this is why I don't often look at price, except when we are looking at analysis or sentiment of Bitcoin, just because it really sets the mood for the market. But anyway, yeah, it's unfortunate that people feel that way, because this is a project. XRP is a project that is going to take time. I mean, we haven't even gotten past the regulation yet, so it's on its way. It keeps moving forward. It's making progress, and there are other use cases that are popping up. So I mean, I'm still very positive on the project as a whole, but yeah, I sure didn't expect anything in terms of a moonshot as soon as some of those channels talk about out there. But anyway, okay, enough of that, right? I want to just tell you that Glassnodes, which is the on-chain metrics and analysis company, since I did the first video, they came out with their week in full summary, and they look at Bitcoin, and this is important because we are so correlated to Bitcoin that it is being squeezed into a very tight trading range right now, and the market is one that has been impressively quiet in this week 28 of the year. And so what it did find is there are many miners that have relocated. They're back online. So the reduction of risk, if you will, of liquidation is reduced. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And a lot of them have returned to accumulation. So if you go to Glassnodes and you register on their site, you'll be able to get these weekly updates in a video format. Also, this one is 21 minutes long, but I can tell you it's very, very good. They have over a dozen graphs, and it is just, yeah, it's just one that I find is super high quality. Even Willy Woo, who is maybe one of the best OGs out there that does chart analysis, he is really relying on Glassnodes now. And so, yeah, this kind of technology and, coupled with the algorithms and the improved way to capture data is just getting better and better and better. All right, so Hugo from Flare Networks did a live AMA with a Google Doc for the South Korean holders. That's really nice, right? 9 pages. And it was nice to see that there was some attention paid to foreign speakers. There's one question that stood out, and that was this one. I tweeted it, and it was, I wonder when Flare will be doing the airdrop. And Hugo answered, regarding distribution and preparations for launch, we will put out an update in the next 7 days. So we're getting very, very close, step by step by step. We're getting very, very close to having some real fun, actually. I'm looking forward to this launch, primarily to use that token to get into the ecosystem to do a lot of rewards. That's what I'm looking forward to. All right, so I just did this video yesterday also that talked about Christine Lagarde and how she spoke of this consultation public report that she said the majority of people didn't find anonymity important in a central bank digital currency. And I just didn't buy it for a second. Well, Vinyl Wasp on Twitter found the consultation, and yeah, okay, so she's right. The majority of people, it was 1 in 10, I believe, 1 in 10 citizen respondents support selective privacy, where lower risk small payments under a threshold would remain fully private. But let me just tell you something. Okay, that is the number she quoted. It doesn't say anything about they didn't want anonymity because they know how the downside of cryptocurrencies are. No, she put that in. What the question, though, did do is it led the answer that they wanted. And the reason why I say that is because when they talked about the degree of privacy and protection of personal data, which is really 2 separate issues, they mixed it with taking into account anti-money laundering requirements and combating the financing of terrorism. Well, if you see this combating the financing of terrorism, who in their right mind would say that they want anonymity, thinking that that's going to finance terrorism? Nobody. So they should have asked a question like, are you okay, or is it acceptable that the government knows every detail about every expenditure that you do from here on forward to the future? I mean, is that okay that we know everything? Everything? Where you were, what time of day, what you bought, what you returned, how you paid for it? No. I mean, they didn't ask the right question. That's my point. And in regards to this CBDC coming out of the euro area, King Solomon said that from his inside sources, it's funny, everybody's using these inside sources now. His inside source is also known as his research. The European Central Bank will officially announce the 2 digital euro projects at the latest next week, more than likely this week, he wrote on Twitter, and expected to take 5 years of development before release. But it will be officially announced. Interesting, right? Okay, this is the part I held back just to play for you, where Ashish Barlow got the question about the Mintable NFT marketplace in Singapore that Ripple invested in. And this is interesting. Have a listen.
Speaking of the innovation, Ripple has joined a 13 million funding round in Mintable, which is an NFT marketplace in Singapore. What's the thinking behind this move?
Yeah, so as I was mentioning, when we got started several years ago, there was really only a few cryptocurrencies, and companies and enterprises as a whole were reluctant to adopt crypto. Now, fast forward 7 years, and there are more and more assets being tokenized, either existing assets like fiat, but also NFTs. And we think it's really exciting that we're really early in the NFT space, and there's an opportunity for Ripple to provide NFTs to their enterprise customers. We also think that there's an opportunity to use the XRP ledger for not only tokenization of NFTs, but also making them liquid. So we think NFTs are early. We think that there's a long way to go in terms of mass adoption of NFTs, but this is the time to get in. We're going to invest, heavily in this space. NFTs is led by our division RippleX, and we're excited to do more in this space. I think this is just the beginning.
Yeah, so there was a lot of news that was around NFTs today, and I just don't think we can disregard these as a fad at all. No, not at all. Warner Brothers drops a massive Space Jam NFT collection, 91,000 pieces. Each one went up for sale at $2.99. Earlier today, when I was on the site, they were available. They are now all sold out. They were featuring characters from the movie along with these Looney Tune characters, and wow, what yeah, there's a demand. There's really a demand, and this is interesting price, right? $2.99. And then you've got oh, I did get my free NFT. I tweeted that out, but I think they're all gone. And then we have American Express. Today, they're offering cardholders the NFT from the musician Za, and it's collectible, $100 each. You won't believe it, all sold out. And this is just really an important development for artists and musicians. The ownership and the control, the usage, the future sales, a percentage is often baked right in for when they are resold on the secondary market. It's very good stuff for the creators. I can't believe it, all gone. And then if you haven't discovered this amazing VR artist that is also selling her work in the form of a NFT, I want to share it with you, and I will definitely put a link to her website and her Twitter. It's amazing when you see what she does. She's in Tokyo. She's got some big time sponsors behind her. I think she has Sony sponsoring her, but she does fantastic work. And the videos that are produced are really, really, really brilliant. Okay, this is coming up this week, I do believe, and XRP is going to be awarded. It's a contest, and it is coming from the Sparkles NFT platform that's going to launch on Flare Networks. There's an emoji day coming up, I believe, July 17th, and they're gonna hold an event tied to this. I'm going to have all the details soon, probably tomorrow. I'm going to be one of the judges. I don't know who else is going to judge the designs as well, but this is going to be a chance to participate, and it's kind of fun. I like this creative side of the technology, definitely do. So I'll be sure to give you all the details when I have it. And last but not least, oh, she's talking. Oh, let me turn this off. This is a Mamasan, and she is one of thousands in Japan that run small, little, tiny establishments that sometimes serve food. 50% of the time they serve food. 100% of the time they serve your favorite alcohol. And this is a kind of a bottle keep place. And what that means is you buy, you can see all behind here. Oh my gosh, sorry. She's saying welcome, welcome. I don't know how to turn this off. Nope, turn this off. She is one of just, I just don't even know how many are in Japan, but it's really, talk about something that's baked in. It's baked into the culture here. And unfortunately, this whole year and a half of what we've been all going through around the globe has been really, really tough on these businesses. And you typically have your own, sorry, I'm passing over at the wrong place. You have your own bottle and they keep it for you. And they have these cute little chains with little boards that they write your name on. So when you come in, it's a less expensive way to have a drink out instead of paying for, well, it's just so much less expensive to do when you buy your own bottle. And then the people who run these small little establishments called snaku will have their regular customers. And their regular customers, they rely on them to kind of listen to their troubles, right? Typical, I think it's typical. It's a global typical thing. But with the current situation, a lot of people are missing their favorite person to go and talk to who has good advice and has a very good ear and listens to them and, you know, just kind of gives you that mom's advice. Well, yeah, there's a lot of wisdom that come when you get that age. Most of these women are older, you know, 70s, 80s. You'll even find them in their 90s, still working, still looking beautiful as they can, even at, 10 o'clock at night in their kimono. It's just great. It's really cozy. So there is a gentleman who is very into the tech, and he has created an AI that is taking people's stories and then online training the AI to be able to do what used to be done in person, and now it's being done online. I don't know how I feel about that. It's, I guess, maybe just another example of old traditional Japan and new Japan being able to coexist and adopt the technology. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but I thought it was interesting to share with you. I just came across it today. All right, everybody, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.